And this was like my first interview I had in a while. I don't think I done all that good. I didn't prepare myself. It's kind of trash for real, for real. But one of the questions that they asked at the end, the lady was like, she was like, yeah, I always ask this at the end of the interview, right? So I'm like, all right, what's she about to ask? Bitch, you already asked me everything from A to Z. What's good? So imagine you being on an interview and you in the zone, like you just thinking like whatever comes.
Yeah.
And she asked you this: what is one thing that no one knows about you or we don't know about you that would surprise us if you tell us? I was like,
damn.
How the fuck do I answer this? Because I'm like, I can't say nothing stupid.
Right.
And I gotta say something somewhat, interesting.
Right.
So my mind literally I just draw a blank. I'm just like, at first, I'm like, I honestly can't answer the question, but me, I don't like upsetting people. So I just thought of some regular shit. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I said. I would let her know. Y'all got time to think about, y'all aren't in like an interview mindset. But what y'all would have said? I just told them I was like, I box, I bartend, and I got my PNP over the break when I wasn't working, like during COVID. That's all I could say. I couldn't really say, like, I feel like I got an easy one for Medi. Medi has the easiest one of all time, but I couldn't say anything that would surprise someone.
Oh, are you talking about?
What would you say? What would you say if you was in an interview and at the end they said, tell us something that
I'm trying to think.
Surprises. Oh, you can't think.
But in an interview, bro.
Yeah, and it's the last question before you get off, and this is on Zoom. What would you say, AJ?
My mind went the same way yours. Like what you said, you box and all this stuff. I would have started just naming like hobbies or whatever you're doing. That's like, I would have brought up the podcast and talk about like how.
Hell no, I ain't bringing
that shit
up. They would have been like, what's the podcast name? Then they would see me talking crazy.
Well, yeah. But I mean, in a sense, I would.
I got you.
Yeah, but
that's your answer.
If you gave them the concept of like what you was trying to, what this established, like started as.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Yeah.
But you got to say something that would impress them.
Yeah.
Like you can't just come up with something that, you'll be surprised, but like it can't just be something normal. Like I'm not frying your answer, Dom, because that's not an easy question to answer.
Yeah, I don't have anything crazily interesting about me. I could.
So what would you think for me? You thought it was easy,
nigga. You've been to 20 fucking countries.
Oh,
that's an easy one. I be telling everybody. I mean, I would be telling everybody I know that shit. But
because you know what it is. You know what it is with that too, especially with people. It's like, oh, you travel a lot, so like, well, I guess this is with like another girl. Like you travel a lot, that means we're gonna go a lot of places, blah blah blah. I mean, I guess in an interview, I wouldn't say that's the thing that would pop up in my head right away. Anyways, in the moment, some people are good at it, some people are not. Some people could. Yeah, I'm trash. Like
that's coming up with
that is my like top 2 weakness in terms of coming with stuff off the dome.
With anything though, not even
anything.
Yeah, like, and I'm always like 2 hours later, man, I should have said this.
100%.
I wish you could practice at that shit. People that's watching, is there a way if you can practice that? Let me know, because I'm gonna do that shit every day. Because that's definitely one of my biggest flaws.
I think it has to do with you being what's the word I'm looking for?
Slow.
Transparent.
Not transparent. Have like a charisma, and
I think it's not charisma. I think you just gotta be witty, but
witty is the word. Witty is the word.
Yeah, but
you gotta be witty, have charisma, and your personality. If you don't bring out your personality and you like on the shy side, you'll never practice that. So if you don't practice it, when you get into those type of situations, you're never gonna come up with something.
Yep.
Or it's the same question in an interview. When was the last time? Like, give me a scenario when you had a difficult time, or stuff like that. Like, I'm like thinking in my head. Obviously, that's like the main question. You practice it, you know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
But like, if it was like off the dome, I'm not gonna come up with something off that.
I wasn't prepared at all. I literally looked at the fucking job description 5 minutes before, because like a lot of my interviews, like over the past like 2 weeks, they've all just been them tell me about the position and ask me if I wanted it or not. You know what I'm saying? But this joint, like, it was 3 people on the line. It was on Zoom. They asked me basic shit though, but I don't think I got my shit off. Okay, another question on top of this. I be thinking too deep about shit. So she asked me, I don't know if she asked me within the position that you're in now or within being a project manager, how would you rate yourself? So when she said that, I said, on what type of scale? What am I rating myself on? She said 1 out of 10. So my response was, I was like, man, I can't say 10 because like in my head, that's like I'm perfect. No one's fucking perfect. You got to leave some room for improvement. So I was basically leading her on to say, okay, so I answered 8.5. I wanted her response to be, why don't you think it's a 10? And then I was gonna say, I'm a type of person, so like as a PM, I always assume that my installers or my counterparts are would do the same thing I would do. And that sometimes is a flaw of mine because you can't assume everyone's gonna do the same thing as you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I can't say a 10, because that's definitely a big flaw. Like being a PM, you cannot assume shit. You always double check your work at all times, no matter what. No matter it's your best employee, you know, blessed stakeholder, ever, you always double check. Because at the end of the day, as a PM, if you fuck up, it all gets pointed to you, you know. But she didn't let me fucking say that. All she did was let me say 8.5 and then went to the next question. I'm like, bitch, I could have said a 9.5.
Dom has some fire stuff to say.
So now it's like, damn, this nigga really ain't confident because like that's a B. You a B, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah,
but Dom is spot on with that. I mean, I learned that too at my job. Never assume that people are either one doing it right or like, I mean, you can't trust them too. You can't trust them something's right. I mean, I had a situation just a couple months ago. Pretty much, I assumed that it was good to go, and shit hit the fan. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, one guy was never make a. Don't assume because you make an ass out of yourself. Because once you assume and then you get asked a question, you be like, you just freeze up. Because you're like, what are you gonna say? Oh, I thought it was good. What do you mean you thought? So you didn't do your job? I mean, so
I'm at a point now. I just take the L. But what you about to say, AJ? My fault.
I was say I learned that the hard way too. Like just with hooping and shit, like contracts that they come in or they whatever, like you gotta double check with the agent, make sure like everything is good. Like don't assume this, he said this, not like once the papers come, then you straight. But like
thanks.
Until then, hey man, ain't nothing set in stone until it's on paper.
Exactly. But I don't know. You can apply that to a lot of things. Literally what you just done, as far as throwing a basketball situation or contractual situation in there. But hey, we all living and learning. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's funny. I was thinking like with that interview stuff, when I was applying for jobs like a couple months ago, you really gotta be like in a zone for like those questions. Like I think for that month or so when I was like just applying,
treated like a test.
Yeah, it was almost like, yo, I'm looking at interview questions. I'm looking at questions I asked them. Like it's like a job damn near.
Yeah.
So
because I feel like long as you got down your basics, let's try to name off your basics, like your weakness, your greatest attribute, or greatest thing about you, as far whatever the hell how you ask that question. What is like a situation where there was a problem? How'd you go about resolving it? Or have you ever had an issue with upper level management, or you didn't agree with a standard or a rule they said? How would you go about trying to change it? Stuff like that. If you get those basics down, I think you'd be somewhat good. Oh, and another question. This is the main one. I think this is the one of the best questions you need to fucking knock out of the park when they ask, why do you think you deserve this position? I got my shit off there, but I ain't go crazy because in my head, I be thinking I'm talking too fucking much.
That's where you gotta sell yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta sell yourself, but not say too much, like you just said.
Yeah, so I'm trying to be precise, but like I talked, I probably got like 3-4 sentences in, but I didn't get my shit off. Like one of the things that I like to say is no matter what I do, it can be anything. I like to be the best at it, and I'm gonna try everything in my power, to get the job done and make sure I'm the best at my position. I didn't even get that off, so I'm like, bro.
I mean, you think of that after the fact, and that's what always happens.
If I would have prepared for it, I would have easily got it.
I mean, preparation, man, preparation, practice, and I don't know.
Niggas don't want money, bro. That's all it comes down to. I'm trying to leave my position, and I'm bullshit.
Why are you leaving? Why you want to leave? You don't gotta disclose it if you don't want to.
That's why I told him I got an excellent event. So I said, I'm not gonna tell you the full thing, but basically, I basically hit my ceiling. They have offered me the team lead program manager position, so I will be over my position right now, over like 10 PMs. They offered me that, and I was like, no, because I didn't like the position that the team was in because everyone was leaving. And then they also offered me basically the highest project manager position. Basically, my position would be so imagine a building that's supposed to be built. I will be handling all the network infrastructure and all the desktop and network equipment being installed in that whole building.
Yeah.
Before it's even built. So that would have been my position. And I said no to that because they weren't giving me enough money. So basically I've exercised, or whatever, what's that word? I've basically been offered, exercised all the positions, or been offered all the positions within my company. So they don't really have anything for me. So I'm trying to leave. So that's basically the main reason. And
his price went up.
Yeah.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
So wait, they offered you other. So based on the project, they offer you that salary, pretty much.
Say it again.
Or they offer you. There was different projects, and each project had a different salary, or it was just like.
They offered to make it, to put it in a nutshell. I was offered 2 promotions and I declined them.
Gotcha.
And that's the only 2 promotions within, my job title that I could go to. So I basically hit my ceiling.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. If you were an external person applying for these same jobs, will they give that person more, the same, or less?
Less.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I feel like it happens where it's the other way around. Just because you're internal, they won't give you as much because you're already an internal employee. Nah. It costs more for them to promote you internally than hire someone from outside.
Yeah, I'll tell you more offline, but there's a reason why. Yeah, but another question. I had one. Oh, it's about to expose some dumb shit I've done. All right, so what is the dumbest thing y'all have done in an interview, or like the dumbest answer y'all have ever had? Please tell me y'all got a dumb one, because I got the funniest shit ever.
Answer.
Y'all got anything that's like, why the fuck did I say that?
Nah, the last couple jobs.
Y'all was prepared. That's
I was leveraging basketball the last couple jobs. So
I mean, I've had one interview. It's the current job I'm in, so I can't really tell you.
All right, so listen to this, right? So within IT, this was like, I might have been 22. I was 22. So I didn't know anything about preparation, nothing. So I'm in IT, right? And there's an IT recruiter. For those who don't know what an IT recruiter is, basically they're recruiting companies that try to get IT professionals jobs. They hit you up, say, hey, we got a job with such and such. Would you be interested? Here's a job description. So they hit me up, right? So I go to the office, you know what I'm saying? We in like a conference room. And he asked me all these questions. And in my head, it's so sick. So in my head, he asked me questions and shit like, what are you looking for? What do you like to do? Like, he even asked me what I like to do. This is where he got, what do you like to do outside of work? What are your hobbies? So I'm thinking he want to know me on a personal level. So he gets to, I ain't saying nothing about it. He gets to, what do you see yourself doing in the next 10 years? So I think I said, like, get an IT job, be a project manager. And I think he was like, I don't know, I might be putting sauce on it, but we're going to put more sauce on it. I don't know if he said, give me more, but regardless, it led to me saying this dumb shit. So he said over the next 10 years, I told this nigga, I said, own a chicken shop, a chicken restaurant. I'm like, yo.
You said
what?
chicken shop?
I said a chicken restaurant. And this is this isn't an interview, but it's an interview to see what I like. And basically, it's kind of an interview though. But my dumb ass said I want to own a chicken restaurant or like a bar. I'm like, bruh. So he started laughing. He was like, no, I'm not talking about like your life goals, just your career wise. And I was like,
a job in IT. I'm trying.
Yeah. Dog, he said career. He said career.
It was sick.
Hey, at least it was the recruiter, not the employer.
Yeah, but
That's funny.
That shit was funny. I was like, nigga, what is you doing? But it all goes down to preparation. That also goes to like preparation with everything. Like I went on this date, like it don't even matter when. But so like went on this brunch date, right? And I assumed that this place was gonna turn into a party after, and it didn't. So now I'm like, damn, what do niggas do after that?
Right.
So we ended up just bouncing everywhere. It was kind of like a waste of time and waste of money. I ended up spending a fuck ton of money that day. But I was like, damn, if I would have prepared better, niggas would have been ready.
Had a couple little backup plans of this. How we go here, whoop de whoop.
Stay prepared.
Preparation, man. Preparation is key.
Shit's crazy. But all right, let's get into it. Wait, is it a good 15 minutes?